Así que aquí está la entrevista con el jefe de ingeniería de la Corvette, Tadge Juechter.
How are you, Tadge?
Good, how are you?
Tadge Juechter. Please excuse me if I mispronounce your last name.
Pretty close, Tadge Juechter.
Juechter, Chief Engineer for Corvette. So we're here in the Mountain Springs Race Resort, Motor Resort, and the new Corvette Z06, so the new baby. So let's go for a little ride and talk about the car.
All right. Put our seatbelts on.
Absolutely. Safety first, as always. So can we please, the brake is on? No, it's not. There you go. So we're in the manual version, the manual transmission version of it, but obviously you have the automatic. So
yeah.
Can we go back first to the new generation of the Corvette, like which debuted almost 2 years ago, right?
The Stingray, yes.
Yeah, the Stingray.
Yeah, we started that not quite 2 years ago. It was fall of 2013.
Yeah.
It debuted as a 2014 model. You have to go a little bit to the right here. You can
exactly. So let's talk about, because that's the base for this car, right?
That's the basis for the car, but we always had this car in mind. A lot of the design parameters around the foundation of the car, the fundamental structure, were based on the performance expectations for this car. So the heavier spring rates, bars, more capable tires, brakes, all of that puts additional loads into the car, and so we had to engineer the basic car to accept those higher loads.
Okay. So the Stingray, what engine? That's like, what's the base engine for the Stingray?
The Stingray has a 6.2 liter small block V8, produces 460 horsepower, and is extremely efficient. You know, we get 17 miles per gallon in city and 29 highway. Almost got 32 or 30 miles per gallon highway when we introduced the 8-speed automatic.
Yeah.
We just missed it by a teeny bit, so we may retest next year and try to get to 30 miles per gallon, which would be very good for a car with that kind of performance.
Exactly. So now we're talking about the big car. I mean, not the big car because of the same proportions, but the big car in performance. I mean,
yes.
This is like a racetrack for the street, right?
400, it's 200 more horsepower.
That's amazing.
It's a lot more horsepower, almost 50% more horsepower. And when you add horsepower, you can't just do that. You have to upgrade all other systems in the car. So the suspension, the brakes, the tires. Really, if you look at all around the car, you see a lot of areas where the engineering had to account for the fact that the car was more capable. You see that in the aerodynamics. That's one of the reasons we spent so much time co-developing this with the race team.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking about that outer limit of performance capability, you really want to use the race lessons learned. That's what they do day in, day out, each week, each race. And so we want to make sure that we get all the tools that they use, all the understandings that they have, and try to maximize how much technology we can transfer from the race program into the street car. And it really reflects in the driving experience. I don't know if you've been on the track.
No, I was on the track briefly, a couple of laps at the introduction laps, but I was on the road already, and this is a car that you can really enjoy driving for a long time. I mean, and it's comfortable. It's like a lot of luxury. I mean, beginning with the Stingray, that like the interior design was one of the big improvements. Not the only one, but I mean, this is a very comfortable car for every day.
Right, and we try to do that. And we're proud on Corvette of doing cars that have a lot of bandwidth. They're good at a lot of different things. You could buy a Z06 and just use it as your daily driver. You can commute to work. If you want to do long distance touring around the U.S., you want to drive 700 miles a day, 800 miles a day. It's very comfortable. Very good luggage capability, even for a car with such high capability. Or if you want to take the car and just park it at the track and do nothing but go to the track and drive as fast as you can on the track every day, I'm sure there'll be plenty of customers who do that as well.
Yeah, this is the Stingray is becoming, like, I mean, it's always been very popular with all the Corvettes, but this new generation with the change of the design and all the new technology, I mean, this is the best you ever built, right?
Well, we always try to do. We stand on the shoulders of everyone who went before us. Over 60 years of history. The Corvette is the longest running car nameplate in the auto industry. Doesn't matter, Europe, America, anywhere, Corvette is the longest running car nameplate in history, continuously. And so the car has been under continuous development, and we've never deviated from the original mission.
Yeah.
So we've always, very early on, it was a small block V8, 2 passengers only. Don't try to do
Always,
2 plus 2.
exactly.
Don't try to do other variants of the car. We focused on the specific mission on the car, and that mission has become even more and more focused over time, where it's all about the driving pleasure. How much driving pleasure can you have? And so we have coupes and convertibles, and we've optimized everything about the car to be a perfect solution for all those driving pleasures.
Yeah, at both extremes. I mean, as you were saying, like just cruising around, like going almost like a day-to-day car, and then like coming to the racetrack and do like extreme things with the car.
Right, race car speeds.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy every aspect of the car and still have the car covered by a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. We're not going to invalidate your warranty if you go to the track. It's relatively easy to service. The maintenance costs are relatively low when you consider cars of this kind of performance level can be absolutely exorbitant in terms of maintenance. This car you can service at your local Chevrolet dealership.
Yeah.
So
Do they have to be certified for this kind of car?
There are some specialty operations that we try to make sure that the dealers who sell and service Corvettes are up to date on the latest information, and most people are very conscious about having a highly skilled person work on the vehicle. But still, even though you get that, you're not paying any more for that skill level. The hourly rate for the mechanics at a deal, it's the same whether it's a Corvette or a Malibu or a Camaro.
Yeah. So the Z06, I mean, the standard car, it's already like very high performance, but you still have an extra package that can make it even more, right?
The standard Z06?
Yeah, but do you have an extra?
Well, then we have the Z07 package, which is equivalent, even though all Z06s are track capable. We have an equivalent to the Z51 package on the Stingray. So the very most engineered car for track specific. That's the Z07 package. That comes with the specialized Michelin tires developed just for this car, the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s.
Yep.
We package that with unique chassis calibrations throughout the car. And then you get the ceramic brakes from Brembo to get you the stopping capability, and you get the customizable aerodynamics package. So you get more aggressive aero standard, and then in the back of the car comes the more aggressive end plates on the front splitter and the adjustable clear bridge wicker on the rear spoiler that lets you fine-tune the car for how you want it to handle
on the
at
track,
speed. Yeah, and so all that comes together in a single package for people who really want to go fast on the track.
And let's talk a little bit about pricing, because this car is like a steal. I mean, for everything that offers, I mean, it's relatively not very expensive, huh?
Well, we want to make sure that the car is affordable, even though it has the latest and greatest technology throughout it. In terms of the use of materials and the technology we use to develop it. We go to the best suppliers everywhere to get the best hardware, including the Magneto rheological shocks, the brakes from Brembo I mentioned, the tires from Michelin. So it's a big challenge, actually, to put all that content in the car and still have it affordable. We have advantages because we sell in pretty good volumes for a sports car. We have both the Stingray and the Z06, so we can leverage the volume of the Stingray. We can also leverage the fact that we're part of General Motors to buy certain components that are not specific to the Corvette at very low cost. We can use General Motors manufacturing processes like in the powertrain build or our new 8-speed transmission build to get us components that are extremely high performance but at a very reasonable price.
So what are we talking about, the price for this car?
The Z06 starts just under $80,000, $78,995 is the base price, and then that's for a coupe. You can also get a convertible. I think that's about $5,000 more, just like the Stingray convertible is about $5,000 more than the Stingray coupe. And
then when you get the Z07 package, that's another $8,000, I believe?
Yeah, it's like $8,000 or $10,000. And if you look around the world at the cost of just the brakes, just ceramic brakes on competitors,
they're like $10,000 in other manufacturers.
Just the brakes, and sometimes more than that.
Yeah.
So they're quite expensive, high-end, exotic kind of race componentry. Actually, they're more exotic than a lot of race componentry. Even in our own race car, the race series makes us take the ceramics off and go back to iron brakes to try to keep the cost of racing down. So in some ways, you're getting superior technology to the race car.
So
but yeah, we put all that stuff together in a package that's very affordable. So you can buy the $78,000 car, pay the extra $8,000, whatever it is. So less than
$100.
Way less than $100,000.
And there's nothing that compares to this when you compare pricing and horsepower, technology, and all that, right? I mean, there's really, you have to spend like 2 or 3 more times more that price.
Not me quoted, but journalists have told me 10 times the price. You have to go to a Porsche 918, something like that, to get superior performance.
Well, thank you very much, Tadge. I really enjoyed talking to you and learning about the Corvette Z06. And now we're going to go to the track and see how I can do it. The car is going to do fine. The question is about me.
I think you'll have a great time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.